Hello, peoples of the internet, to another session of Journey to Ragnarok, a campaign of mythical proportions. As always, before we get into the action, we open up the game with a very special recap. Take it away.
False grove guardians of smoke, they the companions found wanting, no guile and no strength to withstand their onslaught. Onward they pressed to finish their chore. The sea daggers sought collected with care, but where land meets the ice in winter so cold, gods-fearing Tobias finds woeful wreckage and sends 4 brave warriors to Valhalla with fire. Another body the companions beheld far from the shore, alone on the ice. Opir and Tobias, quick and clever of thought, instead of shield for safety, they bound to each other knotted rope to secure. Tobias, wise walker, wins over frozen water, discovers bright medallion on body so cold. When rising from ice, the Draugrs of the last winter threaten with drowning the hero so bold. 4 Draugr, 4 heroes, on treacherous landscape, all seeking triumph but with different ends. Draugs desire death and great desecration, while heroes seek health and honor to win. Wily Opir employs rope to cause corpses to stumble, but with his own weapon, Wraith drags warrior down, to fight underwater, almost pulling Tobias with his friend to drown. Gwynnethea and Astrid, close sisters of heart, are likewise beset by the undead of spite. Fiery Gwynnethea, brave beyond measure, summons the flames to incinerate the white. Untested Astrid, alone on the shore, absconds unbravely from the Draugrs' attack, pays for her cowardice with claws dug in cruelly, and soon lies life-leaving, causing friends calm to lack. Desperate Tobias, faced with fatal choice, saves heedless Skald with selfless skilled dash, while heartsore Gwynnethea, panic fueling her power, fights wintry death with fire to White's face. Their Draugrs dispatched, the 3 shorebound heroes see the rope disappearing down hole in the ice, where Opir the mighty with undead makes battle beneath ice barrier all bereft of breath. What follows between them is a tale for the ages, worthy of verses in high hall to sing. Courage aplenty and quickness in thinking bring honor to warrior and turn lore to truth. With manacles he binds it, all dexterous in water. Down in the salt bath the spectre does sink, while fighter finds strength to swim and to surface rise. But Draugr full deadly deigns not to drown, follows bright hero out into the air. Then, striving on surface, the 2 locked in conflict, blows battering and bruising they fail not to exchange. And on shore, the 3 victors consider intervening, but Opir seeks satisfaction as solo he strives. Combatants matched in a melee most gruesome, blow after blow each rain down like a storm. Perseverant Opir assures attention of Aesir by outlasting onslaught from grudging ghost foe. He deals undead danger the finishing strike, while his friends all observant cheer on his effort, vowing to spread story that ends with no woe.
With that excellent recap, we find ourselves on the icy shores after a very, very tough fight. What would you all like to do?
I think there was a vision to get to.
Ooh, there was.
Where's Tobias' token?
He's dead.
That's a good question.
Oh no! Come back to us, Tobias.
No
don't
death.
Don't swim in that lake. It's very cold. Can you confirm? Can confirm it's cold.
That is odd. I guess you can just drag yours out again.
Oh, okay. Do I just drag it off the character thing?
Yeah. That's odd. Okay.
I know. Because they were all just partying over
You
there.
went underwater after all.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Where's my axe?
No.
We'll get it back.
It's cold down
Okay.
there. Don't do
So-
I dragged it on, but it's not loading.
Let me get you there.
Hmm.
Blip.
Bam.
Thank you.
Hey, there he is.
You just have to set
Okay.
your health and everything again.
Okay, no problem.
So, the vision, because Mr. Ope here fell into the water. Well, yeah, fell into the water and went down there. So, as the cold water overtook you, you find yourself aboard a medium-sized vessel. The sea is furious and the sky is roaring with thunder and lightning in this stormy night. There are 4 other men with you on the boat, and they are callous and soaking wet and exhausted, trying in vain to maneuver the vessel. You look at your own hands. They are callous and ruined by the cold and salt water. Your clothes are simple, and you see that on board you have some fishing nets, depressingly empty. You are distracted for a second, and the boat gets pushed towards the reef. You hit a rock, and you lose the grip on your oar. After that, the ship is entrapped into a small eddy, and the currents drag you with no remorse inside a small crevice in the rocks. A dark cavern with sharp and dangerous walls. You spot large bundles of dark, hair-like seaweed, almost like long black hair, wet and tangled, snagged on the rocks and the shore. And then you come to. And make me a wisdom check real quick.
The old standard wisdom check. 3.
3. Okay, that's all you get.
It would be the same as a save too. So. All right.
Copy and paste everything into the chat for you.
Cool. Whoa.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well. And I had that when I was underwater.
Yes, you got it the second you dipped under the water.
Okay. Well, now that this combat is over, I will look around and be like, everybody okay?
Yes, are you?
Yeah, are you? You got it pretty bad too.
I'm fine. I'm good. This is what my job is, after all.
That was magnificent.
Well thought,
Nice.
Ophir.
I was just doing... my training kicked in, and I was very cold and very wet, and these clothes aren't going to keep me dry and warm for very long, so we should
Yes,
eventually
let's-
find somewhere to camp for the night, or at least get these wet things off.
We are supposed to be back tonight. We can't camp.
Well, I can take off the winter clothes. That's fine. I will be able to, I think, survive longer in the cold, just without wearing the overly soaked overclothes and just my normal stuff. Than these soaked through furs and whatnot. So.
Do we want to rest just a little bit while you do that?
I mean, if we want to take a little break, we can probably do that, and then I can recover it a little bit.
I have some clothes you can borrow if you don't have any dry clothes on you. They're not as thick as winter clothing, but it's better than nothing.
I should be okay with what I have underneath. I just need to get these big, heavy stuff off, and then I can dry myself out pretty quick. So.
Very well.
Goodness, you brought something extra to buy us. I didn't think of bringing anything, to be honest.
If it wasn't for his quick thinking, you would have been with the Valkyries by now.
Was I? Did I actually, I just remember feeling pain, and then it was a little dark for a while.
Well, you're back now, and you will earn your ride with the Valkyries. I do not question that at all.
Oh, well, it sort of sounds like I didn't.
You will. Don't worry, you will. And Guinevere will put her hand on your shoulder and give it a small squeeze as like a reassuring smile, and then she'll voice up, I do think it's a good idea that we rest a little. We're all kind of worse for wear, and we need to be prepared for whatever may come next. But we can't spend too much time. So everybody, yeah, and we have to get back. So let's take some rest, eat some food, warm up a little, but then we must be on our way.
I can sing us something or tell us something if you want me to. Then we can, I don't know, rest a little better. You know that's why we have the stories, right? Is to give us courage.
Yeah, that's not a bad
If
thing.
you were up for it, Astrid.
Yes, I'd love to hear another one of your tales. How about everybody settle down, and I will, because I decked her out with a bunch of shit. Let's see.
I'm gonna use my second wind before we start our rest. So, because I hadn't used it last time. So. Oh shit! I'm back to full health.
Hey!
I had 12 hit points.
I need a story.
12 out of
I need a
23.
story real bad.
So,
Yeah, anybody who's gonna spend hit dice gets an extra 1d6. Do I roll that, or does everybody roll that?
I believe you roll it, and that's what everyone gets.
Okay.
Yeah. And since you're gonna be doing that, I'll pretty much spend since I don't need to I don't need to roll hit dice. I will spend the time like bringing out my clothes, drying off a little bit, and just lightly resting to recover my short rest stuff and listening to your story and song.
So it sounds
and
like
making a fire.
Sounds like a short rest is being taken.
Yep,
Yeah.
I'm gonna take some of the rations that I have, and I'm gonna set up all my because I have cooking supplies on her. I have cooking utensils, and I have a mess kit, and I have a tinder box. So I will basically start a fire and actually like cook everybody food while Astrid's like telling her stories.
Mm.
Do you guys actually want a story? I have one.
I say go for it.
That was Pepper. That wasn't Astrid.
I'm like, this is Pie's call. I love Norse mythology stories, so I'm down for this.
I'm all for it.
Okay, well, Astrid thinks for a minute, and she says, those were Draugrs. Those were undead we fought, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
I believe you're correct.
Well, that makes me think of a story that I loved being scared by. And it was when Grettir broke open the barrel and fought the white. So I can tell you that one. So she sits down and she crosses her legs and closes her eyes. Says, then Grettir entered into the barrow, and right dark it was, and a smell there was therein, none of the sweetest. Now he groped about to see how things were below. First he found horse bones, and then he stumbled against the arm of an high chair, and in that chair found a man sitting. Great treasures of gold and silver were heaped together there, and a small chest was set under the feet of him full of silver. All these riches Grettir carried together to the rope, but as he went out through the barrow, he was gripped at right strongly. Thereon he let go the treasure and rushed against the barrow dweller, and now they sit on one another unsparingly enough. Everything in their way was kicked out of place, the barrow white setting on with hideous eagerness. Grettir gave back before him for a long time, till at last it came to this, that he saw it would not do to hoard his strength any more. Now neither spared the other, and they were brought to where the horse bones were, and thereabout they wrestled long. Now one, now the other fell on his knee. But the end of the strife was that the barrow dweller fell over on his back with huge din. Then ran Auden from the holding of the rope and deemed Grettir dead. But Grettir drew the sword, Jokel's gift, and drove it at the neck of the barrow biter so that it took off his head. And Grettir laid it at the thigh of him. Then he went to the rope with the treasure, and lo, Auden was clean gone. So he had to get up the rope by his hand. He had tied a line to the treasure, and therewith he now hauled it up. Oh, Pierre, I think what you did was even better than that.
I do my best.
Speaking of treasure, I take out was it a pendant or an amulet?
Yep.
And I show it to everybody. This was on the body that was out there. What kind of a check would it be to gain insight on this? Was that an investigation or something?
Just from looking at it, just in general, there's really not much to it. It just seems like your generic, quote-unquote, like, noble person's medallion. You did find last time, there is a bright ruby in the center of it, which you did figure was worth about 100 gold pieces or more.
Okay.
Tobias, can I see that?
Certainly. I hand it over.
I'll take it from Tobias, and as Astrid is telling her story, I'm gonna inspect it and see if it was possibly touched by the gods, and I'm gonna ritual cast detect magic.
Okay, so you take the 10 minutes. Oh.
Oh, Pepper, I'm so sorry.
It is what it is. I mean, given my performance during
At
that
least you get
fight,
to add your con mod to it.
Yeah.
Or is your con 0?
I think it probably is. No, it's +2.
Oh, sweet. There you go.
Yeah,
So you get 6.
Yep.
So, it is not magical. You
Okay.
take the time, you sit, you learn it. It just seems to be a regular amulet.
She kind of gives it a little toss back up to Tobias, who's probably standing while she's sitting, and she kind of like tosses it back to him, and she goes, "The gods have not touched this. It's just a simple stone."
Okay, and while you're doing that, and you guys are, the store is going on, you're figuring out if there's any magic behind the amulet. Pierre, roll me a D100.
Okay.
Oh god, if these things respawn, we're running, guys!
20.
20 Draugr.
Roll me a...
Stop
roll
it!
me a 1d10.
Uh-oh.
7.
So, for the time that... I would like the rest of you to roll me perceptions at disadvantage.
Yeah. Yeah.
At 14, that's not bad!
What is it? Oh, there we go.
Ah,
Okay, so 8.
damn that disadvantage.
Okay.
Look, it's a
So-
12, you guys.
So I'm gonna say only Guinevere notices it in the midst of your, casting of detect magic. You kind of look over beyond the fire that you guys have set up, and Opier is just sitting there, staring blankly into the fire, as if almost paralyzed.
Does my detect magic, because it's a 30-foot radius, does it hit him and he spikes with magic because I know he hasn't been god touched?
No, nothing seems to be radiating magic.
Okay. Au pair? Are you alright? I get up and I kind of very gingerly walk over to him, and I don't get super close, but I get close enough to be a little bit louder. Au pair? Hello? Are you alright?
You keep going. He's just staring dead blank into the fire, unmoving, unflinching.
I kick over some snow and put out the fire.
Still
And I wave my hand in his face.
Nothing.
I shake him.
Nothing.
Here.
I with my 0 strength would like to try to slap him out of it.
Okay, roll me an attack. Roll me an on-strike.
Non-lethal damage.
Of course.
In case I crit, which would be really funny.
My AC is 18.
Damn it.
So you strike him, and it's just such a flimsy little thing. Do you eventually finish your... Because this is while your casting of Detect Magic is going on. Do you eventually, finish it out?
Yeah, I would finish out the 10 minutes of Detect Magic.
So around the 7-minute mark of casting, Opier, you kind of come to, what was just happening.
Why'd you slap me? That was rude.
Why did you not respond?
I was lost in thought.
Very lost.
This is not the appropriate time to get lost in thought. I promise I will not slap you the next time that you get lost in thought if we are not in the possibility of a battlefield.
Were we not resting for, some time? So
There's a difference between resting and being alert while resting. You should know that. Do you trust us that much that you can zone out for 10-15 minutes without worrying about anything happening? And she's very skeptical with that statement, almost surprised.
Opier just looks at you and then looks at his battle axe and just goes back to sharpening his battle axe.
Can I insight check him?
Sure.
Yeah. Oh, 7.
Just sharpening my axe.
What were you thinking about?
Oh, that I'm deathly afraid to drown.
Oh.
That's
Then
fair.
you were that much more brave.
No, it was stupid, and I just don't want to lose my axe. So I will say it's not likely that it would be very hard for me to jump into the water to save a drowning person. Might do it, but I can't promise I will. So just know that. But yes, I did not want to lose my axe.
When it comes down to it, we'd rather have you than your axe.
I like my axe.
And she turns to Gwen and says, I was trying to give a heartfelt compliment, and I feel like it didn't really land.
It was good. You did good. Just
Okay.
sometimes, yeah. This, I know you say this a lot, but I kind of pull her away from the group, and I go, I know you say this a lot, but you should know that it's super valued coming from me. This was not your fault.
Are you sure it wasn't though? You kind of got yourself killed. You could have just ran away faster. Just saying. Anyway.
That's my comment is in reference to something else, but it's okay. Is everybody rested? Everybody feel better?
I am.
Does Astrid need any more hit die, if you have any?
No, I actually, with my Song of Rest points, I'm okay.
Okay.
Took me back up to full. Because I'm squishy.
Those were some unlucky rolls.
Yeah. So Astrid just says, yeah, let's keep going, I guess.
We do have a job to complete.
Alright.
Yeah, what we're looking for.
Put yourselves the way you'd like to be.
Which way are we going as far as like walking
You
wise?
would be walking this way.
Okay. I'm gonna go like right here. And is it dark outside? I can't remember.
You are definitely getting darker out. You are maybe around now 5 o'clock.
Okay. Well, I don't have dark vision, so what I'll do is I will grab
None
one
of
of
you
the
do.
True. I will grab one of the pieces of wood that we used to make a fire, one that we may or may not have used, and then I will set it alight with our fire. Well,
Okay.
no, it got put out, so I'll just light it up before I leave it out.
Okay.
Carry a torch.
Let me
in a
give
hand.
you 20/20.
Please also give me 20/20 as well
Okay.
for light.
Oh, hey, Ophir, your token's already emitting 20/20.
Oh, nice.
What do you know?
I think it was
hey.
because I had a torch before.
So is Gwyn.
I did have it on me before.
How convenient.
And I think I was carrying a torch before. But if I'm not, that's no big. I'll just stay next to Quinn.
I'm gonna bring us not to that map. That's the wrong map. I'm gonna bring us to this map. Because
That's okay. We
you
didn't see anything.
are traveling. It was just the town map. I didn't mean to be there. All right. As you guys resume your walking along the path that has brought you to this fjord, soon you turn towards the sun that struggles to shine behind the opaque veil of cold clouds as gray as the stone. You're walking along the wind-ravaged coast when you spot someone struggling to march against the wind, taking them with a large basket. Every now and then, the person kneels to pick up something from the shore, or to make a small branch off a bush. You see an old lady with her wrinkly face that bears testimony to years of cold, wind, and suffering. And she's about maybe, a little ways away from you guys as you're walking towards her.
I guess approach cautiously.
Okay.
I have my bow drawn. I'm not holding a torch at the moment,
Okay.
but I'm not like brandishing it
Mhm.
or anything.
What about the other two?
Astrid is just kind of walking with her head down, just staying next to Quinn. I don't think she would notice.
Just keeping an eye out if Opir is gonna approach the woman. I would want to stay within at least hearing distance if she says something.
Okay.
You can see as Opir gets a little closer that his mood has seemingly lightened a little bit as he's gotten a little more dry. And walks up to the lady and is like, "What are you doing? Not good weather for an old lady."
Oh, no, but I come down here to collect some plants for my charms and baubles that I make to survive the winters. Would you like to buy one? And she kind of hands this little bracelet out towards you. And kind of looking at it, you spot immediately that they're very cheap. They're very cheaply made. But the string around the bracelets and necklace do seem to be made of deadweed.
Do we know how many we needed? Because I think we just wrote down Deadweed general notes.
What's in the notes?
It
Hang
just
on,
says
hang
Dead-
on.
Someone has it.
I just, now I have to go back through all my other campaign notes to find our notes.
It says we just need Deadweed.
Yeah.
For Sea Dagger, it says we needed 12, but we don't have a number
Right.
for Deadweed.
There is no number.
What do
Let me
your
see.
charms do?
Oh yeah, you just needed a good quantity of deadweed.
Okay. What do your charms do?
Oh, they're just special little charms to maybe grant luck on the road.
How much do you sell them for?
Oh, one gold for a bracelet, or 3 for a necklace. It's all I can do to survive to make these, so I try my hardest to sell them.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good.
Astrid comes up. She's noticed this interaction, and she says, "What do you do with the gold, grandmother? Where can you take it out here to get yourself anything that you need?"
Oh, I go to any closest town or fishing village. You see, my husband was a fisherman, but he didn't survive the winter, unfortunately.
I'm so sorry. Here, I'll take everything you have. And she actually gives her 10 gold.
Okay. She will give you 2 necklaces and 4 bracelets. You would see as buying them. Again, the strings are made of deadweed, but it's easy to glean that this one would not be enough to bring back.
Where did you find this deadweed, grandmother?
Oh, there's a cave on the shore here that I find most of the deadweed for my little charms. I can show it to you if you want.
Well, that would be very useful to us. Because we need some too.
She kind of turns around and points in a direction and goes, "Oh, come with me then, young ones. Oh, I'm Irma, by the way."
Irma, did your husband ever make it to Yarnos as a fisherman?
Oh, it's very possible. He's brought fish to sell to many of the clans and towns and villages.
What was his name?
Now I have to come up with a name on the spot.
Fred.
Fantasy Steve.
Fantasy Steve.
Fantasy Steve.
Hmm.
MVP.
Be Irma's name backwards.
You know what? Here, this is the name.
Amory is
There you
actually
go.
good.
Burrick.
Burrick. Love it.
Do I by chance know Burrick?
Give me a history.
Okay. Do I get advantage because of my background?
Ooh, sure.
That was quite the wind up.
16. You may have heard the name once or twice. You know, there are a lot of fishing vessels.
Yeah.
So it's very possible you've heard the name once or twice. Even with the 16, with your past, you understand that fishermen and people of the sorts definitely, like, a lot of them pass through the coastal towns and the such. So even with the 16, what I'm trying to say is you may not exactly know them, but you might have heard the name.
Yeah. I'm gonna, as we're walking to where she's leading us, I'm going to grab like a small piece of fabric that I have, or a larger piece that I can kind of wrap up into like a small little traveling bag, and in it I am going to place 50 gold pieces and then give them to Irma.
If I catch him do this, I would like to slip in 2 days worth of rations as well.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that, and Irma, if you hand it over to her, she looks kindly at you guys and says, "Oh, that means so much to me. Thank you."
Fishing's a hard life. I lost a lot of good friends during our voyages, so this should at least help for some time for you to get by.
Thank you so much, Sonny. If my husband were here, he'd appreciate you very much.
You shouldn't have to be out here trying to take care of yourself. Don't you have any other family?
No, it's just me, making my way, selling my little charms.
Does she have any visible markings of belonging to a clan?
Ooh, give me a quick perception or investigation.
I would like to do investigation.
Okay.
21.
No.
Oh, that's interesting. Dear mother, where do you hail from?
My memory isn't what it used to be, but for as long as I could remember, my family never really stayed in one place. We were always travelers.
I see. Well, if you are ever in need of shelter, and I will reach into my bag and I will pull out a strip of paper, and I will write with my new magical quill the name of my father and a note about this is somebody who needs aid if they do arrive, and I will give it to her and I will instruct her that if she goes to wow, my brain, guys. What's the name of my clan? The Icy Crows. If she stumbles upon an Icy Crow, to be able to get directions to our clan and receive shelter for some time as needed.
She thanks you and gives you a nod. And as you guys are all kind of walking, maybe 15-20 minutes go by, and you eventually come to the entrance of what looks to be a little grotto. A little cave easily reached on the coast. You kind of, there's a rocky ledge that has some pittons and rope tied around it that kind of helps you go in. As you kind of go in, one by one, you descend the pavement of the sea grotto, and I will transport you all to a new map that I made like an hour before this game. Because I realized I didn't have a map.
I think that Astrid is like really good with old people because she wants to hear their stories and stuff. So she's probably been just chatting.
Also, Guinevere, you might want to update your token. It still has 1 HP on it.
Oh, weird. It didn't transfer over.
But there's
Thank
no
you.
rating.
Oh, look at her. I would have gone this entire game tracking this and gone, oh my god, when did I get hit again?
Whoa, that attack did so much damage to bring me to 1? It only dealt 3 damage.
What attack? No, I got the crap kicked out of me.
You did.
Yeah.
But just for a little perspective, the water right here is about like 10-15 feet down. And she kind of walks slowly to the edge and points to the ledge over here. And you can see at the very top of the water, again, like 10-15 feet down, She points over there and says, It takes a lot out of me. I'm not as young as I used to, which is why I try and collect all of my dead weed along the shore, but when I used to be able to climb, those bunches over there is where I'd get the majority of my dead weed for my charms. And points to these little bundles in the surface of the water.
Is
Well-
is there a difference in elevation between here and here then?
We're kind of going up. The water is basically all just, 10, 15 feet down. You guys kind of went up going into the grotto, and then the water's down below you.
Okay. So this is almost like a hill then.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Thank you.
We can take what we need for our purposes, and then I'm sure we can gather plenty to replenish your stores, grandmother.
Oh, that would be mighty kind of you. You've already done so much for me.
Well, shall we get started then?
Yes, let us go.
Shall I keep watch over everyone? I'm not quite as deadly without my axe, but this is a very good vantage point to oversee the entirety of the cave.
That's true, it is.
And we're wading into water, right, Pi? Just to
So-
confirm that I heard this correctly.
So this is all these rocks kind of protect you from the ledge. This is a ledge right here. If you want to get the deadweed, you'd have to basically like rope yourself up and dangle yourself off the edge.
Okay.
Or you can dive into the water and then try and climb back up. But I think one of you's not going to do that.
Yes.
I'll go to the edge of the water.
I will pull off my hemp rope and hand it to up here and say, would you tie off and support me and then just dangle me down?
Yeah, sure. Just be careful. Where do you want to jump in at?
Get
I
somewhere
would
that
like-
can give you a good brace. So probably here.
Right. Yeah, looks like right here. I can brace on the rocks and you can just swing in over.
Yep. So I will tie it around my waist and then give the other end to Opir for him to hold on to.
Okay, what's Astra doing on that edge there?
She's checking out to see if there, we had seen the pitons coming in, and she's looking to see if there's any driven into the rock here that would be helpful.
There doesn't seem to be, mainly due to the ledge you're on. It's a very shimmy ledge. Like you're, pressed against the edge of the wall.
Okay. What about if I go further, like up here? Like where this rock is? Is that any more sturdy? Does it widen out a little bit?
Kind of like getting the rocks for brace definitely does seem sturdy, but on this entire like section of ledge here, it is very much so like back against the wall.
Okay.
And you said, let's see, Guinevere and Opir. Opir's being the brace for
Yes.
Guinevere. Okay, so
I think I'll just come back to here and be ready to like help haul her up if need be.
All right, so Opir, roll me an athletics with advantage. 18. Okay, so you are able to stand strong as Guinevere goes down to reach one of the bundles of deadweed.
May I kind of scan this watery area for any movement at all?
Sure, roll me a perception.
Okay. that one go? There we go.
Other than the flotsam and bits of, floating wood in the water, nothing seems to be really down there.
Okay.
Guinevere, do you start harvesting again some of that deadweed?
Yes, I do. I would like to investigate the deadweed and try to figure out what, try to eliminate the dead or dying, and try to get the freshest ones that I can.
Okay.
If they kind of grow in bundles, we can sort it out.
And I also just wanted to make sure that you're not taking the name Deadweed literally. It is not a dead weed.
Well, I figured that, but plants die and grow and die and grow. So the ones that I want to harvest, I want to try to harvest the ones that are fresh, that aren't dying or dead.
You can roll me either a survival or a nature.
I'll go with nature. 11.
You're able to maybe get a decent bundle of some fresh deadweed. You definitely get some not so great looking leaves in there. And as you're kind of you begin gathering the deadweed,
it becomes live weed and attacks me.
I am going to need... Let's see here. I will need a DC 11 Wisdom saving throw from Astrid, Opir, and Tobias.
Sorry, what was it? Wisdom?
Wisdom
Save.
Gotta beat 11.
It is a good day to die. Again.
So, as you're all standing there kind of scanning the area or helping, Guinevere up, Irma begins speaking and saying, "Oh, I really thank you for all of you've given me today, especially coming here with me, as you would all not live to leave this place." As you see her body begin shifting and morphing into this disgusting old hag-like figure, as Opir, Astrid, and Tobias are all frightened, as you can't help but lay your eyes on the transforming old lady. And now we have an initiative.
No good deed goes unpunished.
And I will increase the token size so you can see what you're fighting.
I was zoomed in really far. That was terrifying.
Yeah, I didn't need that.
Don't forget to click on your token.
I will say, as Opir gets frightened, you feel the grip on the rope kind of loosen a little bit. Like, not enough to drop or anything, but enough that it's become less taut than what it was.
Okay.
So you probably have, like, that quick little jolt of, what? Like, get dropped, like, 3 feet. Ugh.
Okay. So, Tobias, you are up. Being frightened means you can't move closer, and as long as the target is in line of sight, you have disadvantage on attacks.
Very well, then I will make my... Oh, you know what? Okay, bonus action, I'm gonna invoke my Crimson Right.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and roll that 1d4. Thanks, dice. That's nice of you. 13. And I will make a longbow attack on Irma.
Okay, disadvantage.
With disadvantage. Longbow.
Nice.
That still hits. So an 18. What is your Crimson Right?
Thank you. So 4. Lightning damage? Electric damage.
Lightning.
Yes.
Okay. Let me just see. Okay. So 10 damage. Okay. And you can't willingly move closer.
That's okay. I'm not moving closer. I'm going to move farther away.
Ooh, pretty. That makes sense.
20, 35. That is my maximum move.
Okay. Is that your turn?
I believe so. I think I've used all my actions.
Okay. At the end of your turn, you can do another Wisdom saving throw at disadvantage. Alrighty. You are still frightened. Opier, this disgusting figure just burst from that cute little old lady. And unfortunately for you, Guinevere is still 15 feet down.
Well, so she's like at the water's edge down there?
Yeah.
Mm,
Very top of the water, gathering the deadweed.
can I tie the rope off around these rocks instead of myself?
I'll say you can do that as a bonus action.
Or could I yeet her up towards the hag? Because I think that's funny.
If you want to,
It's like a pendulum, just like
Yeah.
if
yeah,
you want to pull,
an improvised weapon.
Yeah, if you want to pull her up, I would say, give me an athletics check, at disadvantage.
Yeah, I'll keep it tied to me and try to pull her up.
Okay.
16.
16. You begin pulling her up, and I'll say, let's say,
I'm not gonna move or go anywhere on my turn. I'm just gonna do this.
I'll say, Guinevere, you are pulled directly to the basically the ledge at the top of the water for you to be able to climb up at the top of your next turn.
Do I feel like I have a respectable amount that I wouldn't be arguing with the fact that I was getting pulled back up?
Somewhat. You have a
Apparent,
decent
I don't think I
bundle.
have enough. I have a good amount, but I don't think I have enough for the old lady as well.
The old lady's a hag.
What?
As I pull you up, and you can probably see over the edge now this horrifying-looking creature.
What?
If you do get pulled up to the point where you see her, I will need a wisdom saving throw.
Got it. Yeah, it's just what? Ah, scream of panic.
Mm-hmm.
Wisdom save. Hubba. 10.
You
Damn it.
lock eyes with the sea hag form of Irma, and you let out that scream as you are also terrified.
Ay.
Let me down. Ah! But no, that is my turn.
Okay. Irma's turn.
It's just a wisdom save
It is
again.
a wisdom save at disadvantage because you are in line of sight. You're still spooked.
Does that affect saves though? Because it's just ability checks and attack rolls.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Peek.
Okay. Oh, this is fun. Okay. Ooh, this is really fun. Okay. The sea hag form of Irma is going to lock eyes with you, Opier, and give you her death glare.
no.
Girl, I gave you 50 gold. Why are you trying to kill me? I thought we had a moment. Anyway, all right.
I
Let's see.
thought you cared.
I thought you cared. Yeah.
DC
Cool.
11
Alright.
wisdom saving throw, or drop to 0 hit points.
There you go.
There you go, indeed. Okay.
I'm like, I thought we had a moment, Irma. I really did. not trying to die for you. Your husband already did that.
Oh,
Oh, you know what? She wasn't gonna walk towards you, but
now she
now
is.
she is.
There's
And
all kinds of
Me
spices.
and my -1 charisma big mouth.
and she's just gonna lock you guys into this tiny little corridor.
Oh, you're gonna make me try and fight drowning again, aren't you? Rude.
Mm-hmm. Astrid. You guys. So basically, Guinevere's semi-safe on the rocks, but where you are till this square, you guys are shimmying against the wall.
Yeah. So is Guinevere actually up on the ledge, or just kind of like clutching the edge?
Guinevere, just to kind of give it, she's kind of like right here. Guinevere's like on the edge of the rocks, able to climb up her turn.
Okay. I think I'm gonna like bend down, and I'm just like, oh no, and hold my hands out to Guinevere so that I can like, basically, if I can, use my whole turn to help her scramble up, and then sort of pull her back a couple of feet so that we're further away but on the ledge.
Okay, I'll say,
that work?
yeah, Guinevere, would you take Astrid's hand?
Yeah. On my turn, my goal is to get up and then get the rope off. That is what I intend on doing for my full turn.
Well, I'll say with Astrid's help, Astrid can kind of take your hand and shimmy back a bit, and you'll find yourself barely on the rocks now.
Awesome. Yeah. So, sorry, it's still her turn.
No, it's fine. I think that probably takes my whole turn.
All right, so give me a wisdom saving throw with disadvantage.
Okay.
You're still scared. Guinevere, you're not exactly standing. You were pulled to kind of prone almost, because the way the ledge is so narrow, it'd be hard to fully climb up into a stand, but you could do that on your turn now.
I sort of picture you on your stomach, and I've been pulling you, so you're facing me.
Yeah. Yeah, I will, I would like to use whatever, if it's a bonus action, to untie the rope from myself. So that way I'm free, in case I fall or Au Pair falls. We are not tied together anymore. And then I will get to my feet and, oh man. Is this to scale?
Yeah. It's going to be very impossible to shimmy past Astrid.
Okay.
Just push me in the water, it's fine.
No, I'm not gonna do that to
as
you.
I said, basically, all the squares where you two right now are, everything from here to here is complete back against the wall shimmying. Like Tomb Raider.
I have a clever idea. I will turn around. Does it look... I probably could not get a shot off past Au Pair, huh?
You could certainly try. It'd be a disadvantage. Or, if it's a ranged attack, you could then close your eyes so you're not being frightened by the creature and then still get disadvantage because your eyes are closed. So either way, you can get disadvantage if you want.
If you want.
If I... for friendly fire, do I have to hit his AC?
For friendly fire, the way I like to do it is just don't get a nat 1.
That's fair.
If you get a nat 1 and it's like a narrow corridor or somewhere where you can absolutely hit a friendly target, you get that nat 1, you're going to hit that person. And friendly Au Pair can testify to that, as I've done that in Descent into Avernus, and I think he got hit a few times. friendly fire.
Okay, I'm gonna shout to Astrid, back up, and then I'm gonna shout forward, taking a shot to a pair, and I would like to take a shot with a firebolt at disadvantage.
Okay, still get a nat 1.
Whew!
Oh wow, you managed to fire directly over Opir's shoulders and managed to connect the shot.
With max damage.
the old grandma hag kind of shouts out in pain.
Awesome. Yeah, so my bonus action was untying myself so we're not linked together. I've told Astrid to start backing up, so hopefully she will start backing up as well. Can I hold my move action so when she starts to move, I also move, or are you going to make those skill checks so I need to do it on my next turn?
I don't think you can hold movement.
Okay. Yeah, so that is the end of my turn. Can I do that wisdom save?
You can at disadvantage.
That's fine. No, this button. No, never mind.
Still scared.
Still scared. Still firing. Still scared. That's the end of my turn. Thank you.
Tobias, you're still standing there, like you go to knock another arrow, but you're shaking a little bit in the terror.
Okay. Can I move laterally? Like, if I move up here, does that count as getting closer?
As long as you don't move into any squares in front of you.
Okay. So, I'm gonna try to hit her across the side of the... It's not a called shot, just story-wise. Gonna try to hit her across the side of the face.
Okay. Disadvantage shot.
Disadvantage shot, yay. Attack, longbow. Pew pew. There we go.
So a 10, yeah, you fire the arrow and it just goes right over her head and just kind of shadows against the back rock wall of this cavern, or this grotto.
And then, I mean, that's that. Closing my eyes now probably wouldn't count for anything, would it?
Closing your eyes would just give you more disadvantage.
No, but like right now for the wisdom save.
No, because you're already scared.
I wouldn't think so. Yeah. Okay.
So disadvantage wisdom save at the end of your turn.
Disadvantage wisdom save, yay. Rolls? Where are you? There you are.
Nope, still scared.
Okay, so I would like to mutter to the gods and say, Odin, give me sight, guide my hands, and remove from me this witch's spell. And I'm gonna use my feature, shaman's... Oh, where'd it go? It is not on my D20, but Shaman's Insight. I can only use it once per long rest, but I can add a D10 to an ability check.
Sure. So the next time you roll athletics, you can add a D10 to that. This is a saving throw.
Oh, okay.
It's also, the saving throw is also done at the end of your turn, so you can do your little shaman thing next turn.
Would that work for the fear effect? It wouldn't, right?
Well, no, because this is a saving throw. If it specifically says ability check, it would not work.
Okay, yeah, my intent was to help with the ability check, but
yeah,
that's all right.
Okay.
I guess that's that.
Alrighty, Opir, you now have hideous grandma in front of you.
Spicy, scary grandma.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
That's gonna
I'm gonna pull out my battle axe and attack one-handed and have my shield up in the other. A disadvantage, it's a 19 to hit for 12 damage.
Yeah.
And then for my bonus action, can I swing the axe to cut the rope that's attaching me and Astrid? So if I happen to
Astrid
water.
already untied herself.
Oh, okay, cool. I did not
And
see
by
that.
Astrid, we mean Guinevere.
Yep.
Yeah, they all untied each other from everyone. From me.
No one's connected the rope anymore.
Just me.
Yeah.
It's still tied to me. Alright, well then that'll be my turn then, and I will
Wisdom save at disadvantage. Still scared.
still be scared.
On the bright side, being scared doesn't mean they get advantage on you. You just have disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
So she's gonna try and swipe her ugly, hideous claws at you. Oh, by the way, I left out a crucial detail.
Oh no.
As when Irma was showing her true sea hag form and begins attacking you guys, you noticed, or the three of you who were frightened, noticed that the most disturbing thing about her is her long, black, and soaking wet hair, as if like deadweed.
Gross. Now I get to scalp an old hag.
And she's gonna take a claw attack at you, Mr. Opier.
Rude.
Nope, that is an 8.
Yep.
But I'm just curious, so I want to see anyways.
Would have been a bad time.
Would have been indeed.
Actually, with maximum, that would have been enough to, because that's what that would have been. It would have taken me right out.
Well, goddamn, I'm upset now. You can kind of hear her muttering some anger underneath her breath. Astrid.
Hey, I'm going to do as my friend suggested, and I'm going to scooch back to, let's see, I want to make sure I stay within 60 feet of her. Okay, I've got more to go. Is this partial cover if I'm like right here?
I'm
Like, technically, like, right there.
Gonna say no.
Okay, that's fine. So I will scooch back there to where it is at least a little bit wider.
But then again,
And-
you know, spoiler alert, she doesn't have ranged attacks.
And then I am going to kind of, put my hands around my mouth like you do when you're calling somebody, but it doesn't actually amplify it for anybody but her. And I am going to whisper to get to her. Snarky, Fusathir, Fear Halstantini. And she needs to make a wisdom saving throw. 13, which she probably won't make,
Can
but it's worth
you
a shot.
display the spell you are casting?
Yes, I absolutely can. It is Vicious Mockery.
Oh. I was thinking you were doing Dissonant Whispers.
So did I.
Similar. Similar.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. Wisdom save. Oop. 14.
Damn it. Okay. Fine.
Alright. You can give me a wisdom save at disadvantage if that's the end of your turn.
Yeah, it is the end of my turn. Oops.
Everyone's still scared.
And, yep.
Alright. Guinevere. Are you muted?
I am muted, thank you. I was making sarcastic comments the entire time and no one heard them. Damn.
Oh.
Story of my life. Anyway,
Damn it.
I'm gonna follow Astrid 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And I'm gonna take another shot because I have 60 feet on Firebolt ? I have 120 feet. I have lots of feet for distance.
Alright.
So let's take a shot.
Disadvantage.
23.
Still hits, yes.
So yeah, I am a sharpshooter over here. Pew pew.
And she's not looking good. You can see her hair, and it begins kind of frizzling up a little bit.
Yeah, so I stop and I rub my head, and I'm just like trying to shake. I'm gonna try to shake the fear out of me, reminding myself, like, this this is not who I am. I don't get frightened, and just shake my head and try to shake out of it. 12.
You
Oh.
are still scared.
No.
Still scared.
No.
I still scared?
Yep.
I thought the DC was 12. Dang it! Ah!
Well, I'll double check.
I thought it was 12.
I'm sure I said some number like that.
It's probably 13, and I just missed
wow! You aren't frightened anymore.
it. It's 12.
That is your turn.
I just throw my head up and I say, "Thank you, Freya."
Okay, Tobias.
All right. I'm just gonna try to tough through it. If maybe I can take it out, then none of us will be scared. Okay, so another shot towards the hag at disadvantage.
Yep.
Okay. Come on. Please hit. That's not hitting.
Arrow goes wide and once again just smashes against the cave wall.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and make my wisdom saves, kind of
Yep.
muttering under my breath.
Which happens at the end of your turn. You are no longer frightened.
Yes.
Okay.
Your luck ends here, hag.
Opier.
All right. I am going to smack her with battle axe. 15.
That hits. How do you kill her?
Let me see if I shake off the fear, just because I do not. Still scared. I drop my shield and grab her by the hair and try to scalp her while basically trying not to cry.
It's a very messy affair as you're still terrified of the sight you're witnessing, but you do manage to cut through, and the second the body falls limp against the floor, you feel like the mighty and brave Opier once more, unfrightened.
Excellent. Then I will, just kick her out the way, and I want to clean. Well, I can't really clean scalp off hair, so we'll just like, I got it. Got the rest.
You got the rest of what?
The deadweed. And some head.
Is that really deadweed?
I'm going to lick it and see if it tastes like what I think deadweed tastes like.
Tastes like dead weed?
Well, it certainly tastes like something. It doesn't taste great, but
It's gross.
It looks very similar to Deadweed. Like, just her hair straight up.
It's probably that. I hope.
Wynn, do you think you got enough for this ritual in case that isn't? I mean, it seems like if it's deadweed, it's probably tainted dead.
That's very true. I wouldn't want to donate that particular bundle to the ritual, but what I collected, I'm hoping is enough. I mean, I hope. That is my hope indeed. But the sooner we get back, the sooner we'll know. We can tell them where we achieved the additional deadweed from and allow that to be a decision made by the people performing the ritual.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like while we're here, we could maybe just get a little more. I mean, I'll go down this time if you don't want to.
In this universe, do we know if hags were once people? Or were they always hags?
Boy, it's time for me to look up the lore on hags. That's a question I wasn't prepped for.
I'm sorry.
Good question. in terms of considering what we want to do with this corpse, I assume. You
Exactly.
mean, Tobias. Yeah.
Please hold.
Please hold while I try to establish a connection of the info you receive.
Please hold. Hmm.
I think Astrid is just kind of like huddled up next to, behind Guinevere, just kind of like holding her around the waist, like, oh, this is a day.
This is indeed a day. It is a day of days.
Is there always stuff like this out here in your neck of the woods?
Okay, I got something for you. Well, I don't have some for you, but I have something for you.
Okay.
All of you can give me a history check.
Ooh. Give me my character sheet. I am the one with history. Let's go.
I have nothing for you guys.
I feel so bad asking for you to look for that, and then like all of us just like drop the ball.
I had something for you, but I don't.
Okay,
I would have loved to have
instead?
given you something. No, well,
Okay.
not for the information I wanted to give you.
Or performance, because it might be something that I had learned in learning stories.
It was a story.
No.
Okay. It was worth asking.
Alright, well, we can't just let it rot here. So I'm gonna, I guess, unceremoniously drag it back with me past Opier. Opier, I believe you should probably take your money back before I burn this thing.
Oh, get all of our stuff.
Yeah,
yes.
probably. I recollect my 50 gold.
You take my 10
But
back.
I collect my rations.
I will, however, since I did not decapitate them, I only ripped off their scalp with the hair. I will leave 2 gold pieces, 1 for each eyeball.
Okay.
So I just added 48 pieces of gold back to my inventory, not 50.
Well, may the gods grant her what she deserves.
I will actually, as you're doing your ceremony, I will say a little prayer to the god that I worship and pray that he does with this to her with the sea that he most sees fit. Or they most see fit. I can't remember if Njord is how they affiliate.
You guys, I guess this is kind of a funny lore tidbit that you guys unintentionally did, but sea hags are commonly called grandmas or aunties, and you were calling her grandmother.
Ah.
Nice.
That's good.
That is
Well done. Way to accidentally follow the lore.
Well,
so
does one of you want to lower me down and I'll just get one more bundle of this stuff?
I kind of gesture to Opier. I'll take care of the body.
Sure.
I'll go
finished my
help with
little
the body.
prayer and gave the bunnies. Make sure those stay with the body.
I will.
Understood.
And I'll say a couple minutes go by, you guys are able to collect another bundle. And deal with the body however you see fit.
I'll probably use the wood pile over here.
Mm-hmm.
And is it possible before I loot the body and kind of cross its arms or whatever to see if there's medicine of any kind on this hag?
Sure, roll me an investigation.
Okay.
Doesn't seem to be anything.
Okay. With that, I use Druidcraft, and I cast it enough times to make sure that the body is lit ablaze with the coin still intact on the eyes.
Okay. And while that's going on, Astrid and Opir, you guys are able to get another bundle of the stuff.
Great.
Cool.
Let's get out of here.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let us go.
So you guys begin heading back to Uppsala. It takes some time to get there, you do eventually make it back just as the sun begins to set and gets dark out. And you find your way to Thorgest's house, and you are welcomed with open arms by him as you give him the supplies. He thanks you warmly and gifts you with a singular healing potion and a healer's kit with 10 uses.
Oh man, that's nice.
He goes on to explain that the ritual will require several days of meditation, but that in the meantime, he will be able to inform the Jarl before today's ceremony about these last developments, and he will ask the Jarl to pay each of you for your services to the temple, and that as before, we'll say you guys are at the temple, as before, rooms and baths are waiting for you in the temple for you to rest tonight.
Good.
Yeah, definitely going to take him up on that for sure.
I'm assuming there's an armor somewhere or like a smithy that I can go and work at for a while.
You can certainly do that if you wanted to. It is late, like 8-9 o'clock.
Well, I mean, for the next couple of days, since we're waiting around for the thing to happen, I'd like to spend some time in there just maintaining all of my weapons, my shield, my equipment and stuff, since it probably took a beating being out there and waterlogged and stuff.
Before you do that, as you all rest for the night, get in bed, get much needed baths to clean off any disgusting undead and hag blood off of you, you all wake in the morning, gather around, and you see one of the Jarl's servants entering the temple bright and early, and he hands whoever's in front. He'd probably go find Astrid, as you're the, de facto quote-unquote leader of this group, and would hand you a little pouch containing 50 gold pieces and a small keg of honey beer.
Ooh.
And as you receive the reward from the Jarl, you each level up.
Oh!
Yay.
I see.
With that level, as you feel yourselves grow more powerful and have a fresh keg of honey beer to enjoy as you wait for your next mission to partake in, that is where we will end our session of Journey to Ragnarok, finishing off the Frozen Tears storyline.
Nice.
We survived!
We did it!
You all
Barely.
survived,
Jesus.
and
No thanks to me!
with your survival, everyone say goodbye to YouTube.
YouTube!
As always, good pie and stay sweet, everyone.